Good afternoon and welcome to your Friday Fitness. Today's session is Supple Spine, the seated session. So I'm just going to do a quick little workout, all sitting down. There's no standing up involved today, just to get your spine moving. So if you've got a very stiff spine, then this will be helpful for you. Quite gentle. Nothing complicated, just getting the spine moving in all the different directions that it needs to move in. If you have got any problems with your back, be careful. I'm going to be doing some twisting and some bending. It is good for everybody to twist and bend a little bit, even if you've got osteoporosis, but just take it gently and don't push yourself too far. And if it's not comfortable, then please stop and don't do it. As always, only do what is comfortable for your body. So let's start. So we're just going to remind ourselves of the lovely seated Pilates posture. You've got your feet hip distance apart and your knees are over the top of your ankles. Now you're not leaning back in the chair, you'll want to be sitting up nice and tall. Good afternoon, thank you for joining me. And you've got your string pulling your head up towards the ceiling, so you're sitting up nice and tall. Really feel that lengthening feeling of your spine being lifted up. Also, if you tend to jut your head forward a little bit, if your posture is a little bit like this, thank you very much, try to feel that you're pushing your nose back a little bit so that your neck's nice and long. So you don't want your neck to be jutting forward, you want it to be nice and drawn up and straight, coming up from your spine. Okay, so just think about rolling your shoulders back and feeling your shoulder blades sliding down back your ribs. I hope you're joining in, by the way. Thank you for watching, but I hope you're joining in. Shoulder blades are sliding down the back of your ribs, and of course, with Pilates, you are tightening up your pelvic floor. So you're imagining that you're stopping yourself having a wee, and you're tightening up those muscles just a little bit. And you're also squeezing in your tummy, so you're bracing your core muscles. You're engaging your core muscles a little bit, pulling them in a little bit, not sucking them in too much so that you can't breathe, just tightening them up a little bit to help protect your back. So that's really important with your back. All right then, so I'm not going to do loads today, just getting some mobilization of your spine. So I'm going to start at the bottom with just a little pelvic tilt. So I'll turn around to do this so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to tuck the bottom under and then sit up. So we're trying to get some movement in the bottom of your spine. If you were standing up, you'd be doing a little pelvic tilt. This is also something you can do lying down on the bed, just tilt the pelvis forwards and backwards. So all I'm trying to do is get some movement in the lower part of your spine, your lumbar spine. And often that's the place where it's very, very tight for a lot of people. And especially if you've got any problems like arthritis, if you've got arthritis in the knees or the hips, very often it will mean that your back is very tight because your muscles tighten up to try and protect your joints. So it will need a little bit of stretching. So I'm just tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards just to get some movement there. Very, very gently. So that's forwards and backwards. We're also going to do side to side. So side to side, I'm just going to lift up the hip a little bit. So you can do whatever is comfortable for you, even if it's just a tiny movement. You can hold onto the chair if you need to. So just tilting the pelvis side to side, getting a little bit of movement side to side in the pelvis. Okay. Now, normally when I'm standing up, I do forwards and backwards, side to side and round in a circle. Is it possible to do round in a circle while you're sitting on a chair? I'm not sure. I'm going to try it. So I'm just going to try and do a little bit of a circle with the pelvis. So actually it's the top of my body that's more doing a circle rather than my pelvis. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's very, very difficult to move your pelvis in a circle. So I'm going to just think about moving your back in a circle. So think about having a string pulling you back here and just going around in circles there. So you can do it a little bit. It's not quite as ideal as doing it standing up, but it's still possible to get that movement. And then back the other way. So I'm just drawing little circles with the spine, maybe from the front as well. Just get a little bit of mobility in the lower part of your spine. Okay, that's lovely. So just a little bit more on the bottom of the spine. I'm just going to lift up a leg. So when you lift up the leg, you can tilt your pelvis a little bit, so you can see my back moving as well. So normally I'd ask you to sit up nice and tall and keep the back still, squeeze the tummy in when you're lifting up the knee so your pelvis wouldn't move. But for today, you can just crunch forward a little bit and that will get your pelvis moving a little bit more and the bottom of your spine moving a little bit more. So you still need to think about squeezing the tummy in, of course. But you're letting your body move a little bit more than you would do normally, just because we're focusing on the spine. That's lovely. Okay. Nice and deep. Just going to quickly do a little bit of hip mobility, just because that will help the lower spine as well. So I'm just going to lift up the knee, take it out to the side, back to the middle and down, lift it up, take it out to the side, back to the middle and down. Hold onto the chair if you need to. Don't forget to squeeze the tummy in nice and tight. Up and out, back and down. I'm just going to do 2 more of those. And then we move up a little bit. Okay, so we're moving up the spine a little bit to the middle part of your spine. So I'm going to do some nice gentle spine twists. So sitting with your hands in the middle of your chest and your shoulders are relaxed. Breathe in at the front. As you breathe out, you're going to twist. So you can do this very, very gently. If you've got osteoporosis, you need to be careful doing too much twisting and bending. You do need to move, as I said, because in everyday life you do twist and you do bend. So you do need to do those movements. But just take it gently, be aware of what is comfortable for you. Don't push yourself too far. Always tighten up the tummy when you're doing any twisting or bending, because that will really, really help to protect your spine. So if you're comfortable and your back's okay and you can twist around further, then do that. You can make those movements bigger. Don't forget your shoulders. Really, really easy to let the shoulders hunch up to the ears when you're doing this. Try to really relax, especially in cold weather like today. When you go outside, everybody's shoulders tense up to protect yourself against the cold. Think about lengthening the spine and the shoulders dropping down away from your ears. So that's a very, very gentle spine twist there. Then I'm going to do a very gentle side bend as well. So you can have your hands down to the side. And you can just do very, very small ones. So again, it's about getting the spine moving in different directions. So we've done it in a rotational movement, going round with the spine twist, twisting it. This is just going round side to side. Lovely. So you can, again, make it bigger if it's comfortable for you. And again, think about squeezing the tummy in and lifting up the pelvic floor. Also, I forgot to mention, don't forget to breathe. Whatever you do when you're doing Pilates, don't hold your breath. You need to breathe nice and naturally as much as you can. All right, that's enough of that. So let's just do a little bit of shoulder mobility, which will again help the top of your back. So we'll just do the dumb waiter. So your elbows are tucked in to your waist, opening up the arms, feeling the shoulders rotating round, and feeling the shoulder blades squeezing together at the back. So that's going to help your spine if your shoulders are a little bit more flexible, a little bit more mobile. I'm not going to do loads of shoulders today because I'm going to be moving on to doing shoulder mobility either next week or the week after, because there's lots to do for that. Okay, and also I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to take the arms up and out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back and down. It up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, think about keeping the shoulders down, up, squeeze, back, one more of those, down, and up, and squeeze, back and down, and just roll the shoulders, very, very crunchy, and then roll them back, roll them forward, sorry, whatever's comfortable for you, and then I'm going to roll them back again. Extremely crunchy. Okay, so I'm just going to do another twisting movement, so similar to the spine twist but a little bit bigger. So this bow and arrow, arms are out. If you've got any shoulder injuries and you can't lift one of your arms up, don't worry about it. You can do it without the arms. You can do it lower down, whatever works for you. I'm just going to bring the elbow back. So I'm going to have my arms here, shoulders are relaxed, we're just bringing the elbow back. Any problems, just do it like this, it's not a problem. You keep your hands on your knees and just do little ones, that would work exactly the same. I'm just going to move forward so I've got more space. You're still getting the twist, so if ever there's any movement that I'm doing and it isn't comfortable for you, if you've got any injuries or any problems with your joints and it's not comfortable, don't worry about it, you can always do something else. So always, if you keep your arms down, it's going to be easier. If you can't lift up your arm, keep them down. You can still join in, you can still do the movements. So I don't want anyone to feel that they can't do it because they've got problems with their shoulders. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, take it up higher. When you do have your arms up here, it's really, really easy to let the shoulders hunch up. So really, again, think about lengthening your spine. Think about your neck being nice and long. And your string pulling your head up towards the ceiling. Lots of things to think about, I know. Beautiful, okay. So I'm going to do a little bit of a swoop. This is a really, really lovely movement. So I'll do it from the front and then I'll do it from the side. So you're going to swoop your arms forward, and bend your head forward, and then you're going to swoop your arms back. So as you come forward, you're rounding your shoulders and your back, and then as you open it up, you're opening up the chest, sticking your chest out, and squeezing the shoulder blades together. So you're going to swoop forwards and back, and then when I turn to the side, you'll be able to see what's going on with my spine. I can't really do it very well with this arm, but forwards, round the back, and backwards, open it up. Forwards, rounding the back off, opening it up. So as you can see, you're going to get some mobility in the top of your spine. I'm going to do another exercise for that in a minute. I'll just do it from the front again because it's a little bit easier for me. So don't worry if you feel like your shoulders are coming right forwards. Normally we wouldn't do that, but just for this movement, they're coming forwards, then they're going backwards. We're really, really emphasising the bit where they're coming backwards and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Forwards, backwards. Again, anything that is uncomfortable for you, you can do it smaller. Do smaller arms. You can do the arms down here. You can still do the back. So again, if you've got arm problems, keep the arms down. Just do the movement with your spine. That's what's important. That's what's important today, that we're doing mobility of your spine. All right. So I'm going to just do some roll downs. Again, I'll do these to the side. So sitting nice and tall, you're going to have your spine nice and long, but then you're going to just curl it down a little bit. We'll just do little ones. So you're going to drop your chin down to your chest. Do try to remember to keep the tummy in, but you're going to curl your spine down. Now, if anything makes you feel dizzy or isn't comfortable, then stop and don't do it. I'm just going to stop there and then come back up again. So think about your spine curling down one vertebra at a time. It's like a string of pearls, one pearl and then the other one. So you might have very, very stiff bits in your spine where it feels like you've just got one vertebra there, not several. We're trying to isolate them and trying to make them curl down one bit at a time. So if it's comfortable for you and you want to go down a little bit further, you can. Hands are on your knees. And then if it's comfortable, look out in front of you and try and straighten your back a little bit. It's more of a flat position. And then tuck the bottom under and curl back up again. Anything that I'm doing doesn't feel comfortable, then just don't do it. You just do whatever is suitable for your body. So you're curling down and you're going to look in front of you, straighten up the back a little bit, and then tuck back under. So there's quite a lot of mobility going on there with your spine. So we'll do a few more of those, tucking the chin in, squeezing the tummy in, opening up to flatten the back, and curling back up. And then one more of those, curling down, opening up. Thank you very much. And curling back up. Lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. Okay, let's just do a few more. So I'm going to do a little bit more of a twist, a little bit bigger. Now, if this is, somebody's enjoying this, if this is enough for you and you don't want to make the movement any bigger, or if you've got problems with your shoulders or your arms, just do the spine twist again. So how we did it before, just the nice gentle twists. If, however, you're comfortable doing more, you can do it with your arms out, and you're just going to twist one arm around to the other. So arms are out to the side and then twist round. Lovely. So you're sitting up nice and tall, your neck is nice and long, you're squeezing your tummy in, you're getting a lovely twist in your waist. You're really making sure that your spine is really getting nice and mobile there. So with the arms, it's a little bit harder. If you can, try to keep your knees still. Don't worry too much if they're moving, but try to keep them still. That way you're going to keep the pelvis still, and you're going to get more of a twist in your waist. Lovely. Okay, that is beautiful. And then just roll the shoulders, because that's easy. Make sure your shoulders tense up. Okay, and I'm just going to do, again, the side bend. So if you want to do the easy side bend, just keep the arms down like that. Make sure that you're squeezing the tummy in. You're breathing nice and deeply. If that was comfortable and you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, we can make it bigger by taking an arm over the top. So again, any problem with your shoulders, just don't add in the arm. So you will feel it a little bit stronger stretch there if you add in the arm. Lovely. You're breathing nice and deeply, you're squeezing your tummy in, you're really getting your spine moving. That is beautiful. I'm just going to do 2 more of those. And then I'm going to finish off with the top of your spine. So just roll your shoulders again, and I'm just going to finish off with the neck, and then we've worked at each part of your spine. So sitting up nice and tall, spine's nice and long. Don't forget, your head's not sticking forward. Your neck's nice and long. You push your nose back. So you're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to look to one side. Beautiful. Nice and slow, nice and gently. If you've got any problems with your neck, make these nice and slow. You can always make them smaller. Look to the other side. We'll do that one again. So breathe in at the front. As you breathe out, nice and gently look to the side. Very nice. One more of those. Again, for the next one, if you've got any problems with dizziness and it's not comfortable, then just miss this bit out. Otherwise, breathe in at the front. As you breathe out, drop your chin down to your chest. Breathe in, and if it's comfortable, only if it's comfortable, look up. It might help if you open your mouth as you look up. If it feels horrible on your neck, then just miss it out. And we'll do that one more time. If it's very crunchy and you've got neck problems, no problem if you don't do it. And the last one we'll do is to the side. So breathe in at the front. As you breathe out, drop your ear down to your shoulder. Again, nice and gently. And as slow as you want to do it. And the other side, ear to your shoulder. Lovely. And one more on each side. Excellent. And then just come back to the middle, roll your shoulders back. And that is it for today. So hopefully your spine is feeling a little bit more loose and mobile and supple than it was when you started. Thank you so much for joining me. That was lovely. So I will be back next week. I might do some more spine mobility next week because there's quite a lot I need to do on the floor probably on Wednesday, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, I'll see you next week. I'll be back on Monday probably. I'm promising things now. Maybe I won't be back. Let's see. Anyway, I'll be back next week. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely weekend. Oh, somebody's written me a message there. Can you please show some... Oh, hold on. Can you please show some exercises and stretches for feet and ankles barefoot? Oh, right. Okay, very quickly, because that's not what I'm doing today. Daryl, if you look back on my videos, I've got... I did feet and ankles a couple of weeks ago, so if you look back at my videos, you will see that I did some. But just very quickly, just for you, as you've asked, and I've actually bothered to read the message, I'll just do a few. So I'm just going to have my feet flat on the floor. So I'm just going to lift up the toes. I'll just do a few quick ones here. Lift up the toes. Lift up the toes. And then I'm going to lift up the heels. heels. Lovely. And then you're going to lift up the toes. I think actually I did this last week as well, some very, very gentle foot mobility last week. So have a look at my videos and you'll see more foot exercises. Toes and heels and toes and heels. Okay, and just a few more. Don't forget to sit up nice and tall and don't forget to squeeze your tummy. I'm just going to do some circles with the foot. So you're trying to keep your knee still and you're just moving from the ankle. So you're just doing circles in one direction. Obviously if you need a rest, if that hip's pulling, then put that foot down and swap legs. And then circles back the other way. Lovely. And then the other leg. Something flashed up there, I don't know what it said. The other one, circles going one way. Again, try to keep the knees still. And circles going back the other way. So there's all sorts of things you can do for your feet. Again, watch my other videos. It would be, I think there's one called Free Your Feet, which is all about feet and ankle mobility. So have a look for that, Free Your Feet, the seated one, the standing up one as well. And we'll just do a stretch. So I'm just going to have that foot forward. So just pull your toes up towards you. So imagine you're really trying to flex your foot and pull your toes up towards you to really stretch down the back of your leg and your ankle. In that position, you can also twist the foot outwards. So you're going to get a stretch up the inside of your ankle and the inside of your leg, and you can twist it inwards. You could do this with a band around your foot as well, if that's easier, if you've got a band. Lovely. And then the other leg. So I'm just going to flex the foot, so pull the toes right up towards you as much as you can. If it's much easier if you've got a band around the bottom of your foot, pull the toes in towards you, and you can turn the toes outwards to get a stretch down here. Don't forget to breathe. And you can turn the toes inwards. Lovely, and then relax it back down. Okay, so as I said, check out my other videos, Daryl. Free Your Feet is all about feet and ankles, so please have a look at that, and I hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope everybody has a lovely weekend. Wrap up warm. Thank you.